Well, I did want to do things a little bit differently this time. So I did, wanted to go through our questions, but the very first question today is going to come from a very special guest. If you're familiar with the new hit show on Netflix, Cobra Kai,
Yeah,
uh,
sure.
we have Rick Perez, who's slated to appear in season 3, and it looks like Rick has just joined us. Let me go ahead and also too, he happens to be a huge Sopranos fan. So. Listen, and from what I've gathered, he's Team New York. So let's
I,
get him going.
our Instagram friends.
There we go.
You were wrong. You were warned, Lorraine. The money goes up to John.
Hey,
What's up, guys?
How-
Hey, Chris.
how's it going?
What's up? Good, man. Good. Good to
Thanks,
finally meet you.
I see it seems like we have a lot of mutual friends. I see on Instagram that
Indeed, Paul and Will and
guys and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
wanted to get, I got my favorite TV show of all time, Sopranos. And when me and Rick actually had our first interview, we seemed to talk more about Sopranos than we did about some of the other stuff. So figured, at least for round 2 with Chris Caldovino, we might as well have Rick actually come with the first question. So yeah, definitely excited to have you on, Rick. And for the fans that stay tuned for season 3 of Cobra Kai, we got Rick Perez, who's slated to play Roger. And I know there's a lot of rumors out there as far as who Roger is. And so yeah, we're getting ready for that. And January 8th is right around the corner.
Great show. It really is. I enjoy it very much. It's an awesome show.
Thank you, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you're a fan too. I was a fan before I got cast too, just like I'm sure you were with Sopranos and
For years.
and dude, right? It's like a dream come true when you get part of these projects. But right here's my master class here. Every month, this is what I watch. I'm on season 5 right now.
Season 5. I just have no bias, but season 5 is, I think, is my favorite season. It's
Yeah, right. It's awesome, dude. It's great talking to you. And listen, man, here's my first question for you. As a fan of the show, fan of you guys, the late great Frank Vincent, man, how was it working with him, man? I mean, that's a no-brainer, right?
That's a great question and a no-brainer. You're right, bro. It was awesome. Let me just say that it was. I learned a lot from him. Just watching him work and absorbing the way he acted on the set and the way he handled things. And but Frank is who he is, man. What you see is what you get. That's the real deal. He was no bullshit, man. The guy was the real deal. He if he liked you, you knew it. If he didn't like you, you knew it. It was him and Pesci, were best friends. They kind of grew up. They had a song and dance act like in the 60s and 70s. So they were always tight.
Wow.
But I remember one time we're shooting that scene. We're on location in Bensonhurst, in the Ridge. We're shooting the Lorraine scene, money goes up to John scene. And me and Frank are hanging out outside. They're setting up whatever they're doing inside the house. It's like, private house for on location. And we're hanging out in the chairs, like in the driveway of this house in Bay Ridge. And you know what I'm talking about. You're a Brooklyn.
Oh, I know the area.
So this is like these teenagers across the street and they see who it is and they start getting all excited. And Frank was in one of his moods. Frank was in a mood, you didn't mess with him, and Frank.
Oh.
So these kids are across the street and they just keep yelling out, "Hey, go get your shine box," just on and on. And he's trying to ignore it, right? I don't know. I think he was studying his line, whatever it was. I forget, he just wasn't into it at the moment. And I see these kids getting all hopped up and I'm like, well, these kids ain't leaving until they get a reaction from him, You know how Brooklyn kids are. So at one point, Frank just turned to him and goes, "Tell your mother to get a fucking shine box."
Oh.
And
Classic, dude.
All started laughing. They were like, "Yeah," like he, and then he waved to them. He said, he said hello. He was messing with them. He was.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. What they wanted. That's what they were looking for. So we gave it to them.
The real McCoy.
He certainly was.
Jeez.
Coincidence.
I'm in Brooklyn.
Sorry?
Where are you from in Brooklyn?
Bedford-Stuyvesant.
Oh, you're from Bed-Stuy. Shit. Okay.
Yeah, originally Bed-Stuy, and I mean, that was my father when he left Vietnam. He had settled down there. It was all Irish Italian at the time, and they kind of things changed around them as I grew up.
Yeah.
And then it was pretty bad after the blackout in '77. They destroyed that area. Now I heard it's all regentrified. It's beautiful. I heard.
You can't touch anything real estate wise in any of the friggin' 5 boroughs
I
anymore.
heard. I went down a couple of years ago. I didn't recognize you couldn't park anywhere. I tried to go to Spumoni Garden. I mean, it was just a mess.
Oh,
Tried to go back to the old places.
well, last November. Yeah, you can't get near Spumoni Gardens. They're triple parked. And the thing is, the cops there, it's okay. The cop, the triple parked car, you know. And online waiting to get his squares.
Oh, tell me about it, man. Grandma slices. I was talking to, I was chatting with Paul Borghese today because I know he's got what's it called? It's out on what is it on? What is it streaming right now? His new show, this movie. It's on what did he put?
Yeah, I just saw it.
Send me a message.
Yeah.
I thought you were in that one.
No, I'm not.
Uh,
Worked recently on a movie called Made in Chinatown. That
oh yes.
Farrow, the whole gang was in that. Yeah.
It's got a lot of alumni on that one.
Is it last summer? Summer before last? I'm losing track of time.
Joey D's in that one too. D'Onofrio.
Joey's in that. Yeah, Joey's
He's
in
in it.
DeMayo's. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Everybody's in it. Yeah.
I told Paul, I said, Paul, you got to get the Spanish boy. Now I'm the spaghetti from Brooklyn, man. He's got to get me one of those, get me clipped or something. I gotta do something, man. I don't know what I got to do to get one of Paulie's shows, but
well, you could play Italian also. You look like
I've done a little beach, but in the last thing the last big thing I did that I played any ethnic background was in that Superfly remake. A couple of years back. So I played a cartel guy and that was pretty neat. But outside of that, I've been playing a lot of cops.
Well, that's great. Cops, playing cops pays the bills, right, man?
Yeah, hey, whatever it goes, man.
You look like a New York cop. You look like a New York. You can play either one.
Well, hey, man, whatever pays the bills, like you said, brother. You know, it's a tough business.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, coincidentally, when the first time that me and Chris had a chance to meet, we started off with what was my favorite season of Boardwalk Empire, and I explained that season 3 was my favorite season, which coincidentally was the first season that Tonino appears, which was Chris's role. Mm-hmm. And then I often get asked, what's my favorite season of Sopranos? And for me, it's season 5, which is also coincidentally Billy Leotardo. And again, not just saying that because we're meeting is just, and a lot of people would argue that. I mean, I think that was the biggest addition to cast members that we got. It was I forgot what Uncle Junior said. I think it was, what do you say, new rats on a new ship or something that he had said.
Old
rats on a new ship. Yeah. And I mean, you had Steve Buscemi, who also starred with you in Boardwalk, who was, Tony Blundetto, and then, Frank Vincent. And Frank Vincent, I thought was in talks to initially join the first season of Sopranos, but there was some negotiation issue.
For the first season, I'm not sure which role, but a lot of guys that I guess, everybody auditioned, for the first season. I started auditioning for Sopranos probably in second or third season. I auditioned probably like 3 or 4 times before I got my role. But,
and you had mentioned that initially the role was designed to be Billy Siracusa, and I guess there was some.
Right. The character's name I got cast to play was Billy Siracusa, which was just Phil Leotardo's, Frank Vincent's character's henchman, one of his bodyguards or, young bodyguard, whatever. And Joe Peeps was still alive. So it was Joe Peeps, and then I joined kind of a little crew. But what happened was, in fact, my first day of shooting, the scene in the bar with the phone book when he, pulls the trigger. And, so that was my first day of shooting. So that whole day, I thought I was Billy Siracusa. And my sides said Billy Siracusa. My first contract, I still have it, says Billy Siracusa. So
that's awesome.
So what happened was apparently that name didn't clear through legal. I don't know, someone had that name. They couldn't use the name for whatever reason. So one of the writers that was on set that day was now back at the office talking to David Chase when this issue came up. And he said, he goes, I was on set, and I saw Chris working with Frank, and they look alike, they look like they could, he could be his son or his nephew or something, And David Chase said, that's it. He goes, yeah, let's make him his baby brother. So now they changed my name to Billy Leotardo, and I got a storyline, and I ended up doing 9 episodes. But you probably wouldn't be talking to me right now if it went the other way,
Wow, that's how it is sometimes. You get a lucky break, and
of that happening, Rick, is just astronomical. And then to have that character end up be instrumental in the rest of the storyline that kind of, started the war that whatever ended the show is just crazy. I just totally, I hit a lotto on that one,
That's it, brother. And it's Pepperelli. That's Joey P. I love that scene where they messed up the tombstone. It's awesome. So many different knowledge nuggets you pull from those shows, man. You watch that show and you always pull something out every time you watch it different.
Yeah. I still watch it, religiously every once in a while. And every time I watch it, I find something new. I find another shot or another line or something that one of the actors did that I didn't catch last time. And it really is. There's so much in there to unpack that you need 15 years of rewatching it to catch everything that's in there. It's just.
When was I was going to ask you, Chris, when was the last Sopranos con? Because I saw you at one online. I was, doing some research. I did not know that they were having these things, dude. I would have loved to have gone.
Oh, well, the first one was last November in Jersey at
so it was last year. Okay.
Meadowlands. And then they were going to do another one like in March or April. But of course, since the, coronavirus, they canceled it. Now they were thinking about doing a virtual one, but I think they're going to hold out and wait till do it in Vegas.
Oh, cool.
April.
Zia, what hotel? Harrah's?
I believe it's the Harrah's on April next year.
So yeah, definitely check it out, man. You should be down there for sure.
For sure. Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, Rick, I just wanted to thank you again for joining. This was a huge honor to have you back on.
It was an honor to meet Chris. Finally meet him. It's like touching Sopranos, man. Dude, thank you so much. Great to make your acquaintance and hope to see you, man. Maybe if you're ever in Atlanta, we'll play a game of golf or something. Look me up, man.
Absolutely. I'd love to, pal. Thank you so much.
All right. Take care, guys. Thanks for having me, Zia. See you soon, buddy.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.